This is Tina Moore with Career Services, and we are going to go over building your cover letter using the resume starter document available through Career Services. The cover letter is typically one of the last things that you write when it comes to your employment documents. And it's the first thing that shows up in your employment documents. Oftentimes, it's the last thing that you will build because your resume, you can build the foundation and the base and then just tailor it for a position that you're interested in. But the cover letter takes more tailoring. So while you can have that resume pretty much ready to go oftentimes, the cover letter has a whole lot more wiggle room, and so it will oftentimes be the last thing that you write. The cover letter is really important to the process. Never send a resume without a cover letter, especially for any professional level position. If they're going to ask you for a resume, just go ahead and send a cover letter along with it. The cover letter is your writing sample. It is your opportunity to prove to the reader that you have written communication skills. A lot of people will put a bullet point on their resume that they have strong written communication skills, but then their cover letter is full of grammatical errors and spelling errors, and it doesn't flow or make sense. And so claiming that you have strong written communication skills is irrelevant. Anybody can say that. Your cover letter is your opportunity to prove it. So the cover letter needs to be written in full sentences, proper punctuation. There needs to be transition words and phrases in between concepts, and you need to actually build out the concepts to provide support and proof of the claims that you're making. Okay, so the cover letter really is your opportunity to demonstrate that you have skills and to demonstrate that you have strong skills in written communication. So, starting at the top of the cover letter with the date, you are actually going to type out the date. There are no shortcuts in formal business communication. So we're going to write it out. Okay. Now, this is a basic business block format for the cover letter, so we have 3 empty lines here. This information here is the person that you're sending the information to. So it might be the human resources director, it might be the head of a particular program or department. You need to pay attention to what the job advertisement says, who you're going to send it to. Okay, if it doesn't say, then get on their website, see if you can figure it out. If you are addressing it to a woman, always use Ms., not Miss or Mrs. A woman's professional status has nothing to do with her marital status, so we use Ms. I also now recommend that you take a look on LinkedIn, see if you can find the person that you are addressing it to find out what their pronouns are. If it is somebody who uses they, them pronouns, then instead of MS or MR, it would be MX. Okay, so take a look, see what you can find, be appropriate in your use of pronouns. So this is the person's job title, the company name, address, city, state, zip. You address it to the person without their first name. So if we're addressing it to Ms. Susie Smith, then it just says, Dear Ms. Smith. First paragraph is simple and straightforward. It's typically just one sentence, and that's fine, especially for a new professional. I'm writing to apply for, and then you are going to put in the title of the position that you're applying for, the actual title of the position. So this needs to be tailored every single time you send out your resume or apply for a position. You're going to change this. I'm going to jump down here to the third paragraph real quick. Thank you for your time and consideration. Please contact me at. You're going to put your phone number in here. Or email address, and you're going to put your email address in here. I understand that they're in your header, This is a professional courtesy. It's how we do things. Just do it. You do it one time and you're not going to have to change it again. Okay. Now, we do want to leave our email address hyperlink in there, but we want to get rid of that blue formatting because we don't want it to stand out that much. So we're just going to highlight it, change the font color to black. And now that hyperlink lives in there without having the blue to really draw the eye. Now, the second paragraph is where you're going to spend most of your writing time. It should be focused on the skills you're bringing to the position and how you will use those skills on the job. And then, is that beneficial to the employer and how? So this is going to be different for every position. You need to understand the company's mission, vision, values, how your skills fit into the position and into the company. Who are the people that they serve? What does that look like? How are you going to serve those people with the skills that you have? That's what you want to talk about in the cover letter. So again, provide support information for any of the skills that you talk about. It's not enough to say, I work well in teams and independently. Okay, everybody says that. How do I know you actually do? What kind of support can you provide? What will that look like in this work? How will you work in a group? What kinds of things will you do independently and what does that mean? So provide that support. Write a fully developed paragraph so that the reader, one, again, knows that you can write, and two, gets a clear sense of who you are as a professional and what you're bringing to the position. That's what they're looking for in the cover letter. At the bottom, you're going to sign off. This says respectfully. I recommend that you use respectfully or respectfully submitted. Regards is okay. Please don't use sincerely. And sincerely yours is much too personal for professional documents. So just don't do that. Where it says name, you're going to type your name in there. Now, back in the day, this is where we would print out this document and we would handwrite our signature in these 3 empty lines. That's what this was for. You have 2 options on how to do that now. You can type it in there and change it to a script font. And then you're going to need to size that script font so that it actually makes sense. So that's kind of small, so I would want to kick that up just a little bit. Okay, so that's one option. The option that I truly recommend is that you insert your actual signature as a JPEG. So to do that, sorry about that. You can build your electronic signature in So I really recommend that you put in your electronic signature, insert it as a JPEG, and then just size it appropriately. If you don't have an electronic signature, a lot of people don't, you can create yours in Career Services. You just stop by the office. You can make an appointment through Navigate to stop by the office, and we have a Surface Pro that you sign it, and then we will crop it out, send it to you in an email, and then you can just save it to your computer and you have it forever. I created my signature back in, I want to say it was 2004, and I've been using the same one ever since. It's really handy. It's nice to have. It's a professional and personal touch to your cover letter that makes a big impression for the employer. So highly recommend that you do that. There's additional information on cover letters in the Canvas resource room, so I recommend, if you aren't already, to get hooked up there. And if you have any additional questions, you can find all of our information in all of the regular places, and you can make an appointment through Navigate. Thanks.